Milluki is the second son of the legendary Zoldyck assassin family. Although Milluki does not appear that much in the story, many people remember him as an important character. We're sure we're not the only ones who think the way he breathes is hilarious. Hello, we are Hunter x Hunter Institute. In this video, we would like to discuss Milluki's personality and Nen ability. We will explore more in depth that the order stamp ability that Chrollo was using in the battle against Hisoka was actually Milluki's ability. If you think Milluki is lovable, like this video and let us know what you like about Milluki in the comments section. 1. Milluki Zoldyck. Milluki is the second son of the legendary Zoldyck family, who is said to have never been seen by anyone outside of his family and is the older brother of Killua. He is obese and looks nothing like his older brother Illumi, who is relatively slender. All 5 Zoldyck siblings have attractive faces, but Milluki cannot be considered attractive because of his obese body. However, his profile and eyes are somewhat similar to the Zoldyck families, and some fans think that if he lost weight, he would become the most handsome man in the family. All the Zoldyck family members have their own unique personalities, and their relationships are also complicated. Illumi's relationship with Killua is very twisted, but he loves his brother. Milluki, on the other hand, recognizes Killua's exceptional talent, but thinks that his personality is not suited for an assassin. So, he has a cold attitude towards Killua. Killua often disrespects Milluki by calling him a pig, and when he runs away from home, Milluki was stabbed in the stomach. In Japan, we say that the more they fight, the better they get along. But since they are a family of assassins, it is difficult to say whether they get along well or not. Milluki is very knowledgeable about computers and machines in general, but since he has been staying indoors for 10 years, he is not a fighter who goes out to assassinate people, but rather serves as backup for Silva, Zeno, and Illumi behind the scenes. 2. Personality. Milluki's personality is outrageous, willing to take a human life to satisfy his own needs. He is no less cruel than his brother Illumi. The scene where he bargains with Silva to get 15 billion Jenny in return for killing 15 people to buy Greed Island is an example of Milluki's willingness to pay any price to get what he wants, isn't it? Many readers may find his comical and blunt appearance endearing, but don't you think that he is in fact a genuine assassin who doesn't consider people as human beings? Milluki is basically a recluse and has many figures in his room. This indicates that he is what you would call a nerd. However, as mentioned above, he was very active in obtaining Greed Island and said that he went out of the house for the first time in about 10 years. Thus, it is clear that he is proactive when it comes to working for the things he wants. In the end, he was defeated by the financial power of the millionaire Batera, and he couldn't obtain Greed Island. It seems that Milluki can also judge situations calmly. In the Greed Island episode, Killua reluctantly asks Milluki to take over for Goto. Since Killua relied on Milluki for help, we know that they get along okay, even though they fight. It may be easier for Killua to get along with Milluki than with Illumi, who has a one-sided love for Killua and has a twisted personality. When Killua ran away from home, Milluki was stabbed, and his mother Kikyo was stabbed in the face by Killua. But in the Zoldyck family, such incidents may be nothing more than fights and are a common occurrence. The only depiction of him holding a grudge is the scene where he whips Killua when he comes back from the hunter's exam. Milluki himself seems to have an equal relationship with Killua in some ways, such as giving him information about Greed Island and giving him a custom-made yo-yo that weighs 50 kilograms. 3. Strength. Although Milluki has appeared in the series since the early days of Hunter x Hunter, he has never been in an actual battle. This is surprisingly common in Hunter x Hunter, isn't it? There are many characters who seem to be the strongest or described as such, but there are no actual battle scenes and their Nen abilities and skills remain a mystery. We will discuss Milluki's strength and assassination strategies based on his conversations with his family. Milluki is so obese that he sweats and breathes hard just by moving even a little. Therefore, he is too noisy to sneak up on a target and kill them or to conduct a surprise attack. This suggests that Milluki serves as support for his family members like Zeno, Silva, and Illumi. In fact, there is a scene where Milluki is utilizing multiple computers, and in the conversation with Killua about Greed Island, he said that he could illegally hack into the site. We think that he is a great hacker who is skilled in hacking and other IT skills. And we can't overlook his conversation with Zeno. Yes, this bomb is awesome, Grandpa. The firepower is still only that of a firecracker, but the mosquito can't identify its target. From this, we can see that he's good at making bombs and may also be able to perform assassinations using explosives. Although Milluki seems to be slow, he seems to have a calm and observant eye and is skilled in all technical aspects to play a proper role in the family. He is most likely not good at direct combat, but he may support the family's assassination schemes with his intellect. 4. Nen ability. According to the Hunter's Guide, Milluki is known to be a manipulator, but since no battle scene with him has ever been depicted, we currently do not know the specific ability. However, the order stamp used by Chrollo in the battle against Hisoka may be Milluki's ability. It is said that Nen abilities are largely genetic. His mother Kikyo with black hair is a manipulator, and his brothers Illumi, Milluki, and Kalluto with black hair are also manipulators. On the other hand, the white-haired Zeno, Silva, and Killua are known to be transmuters. Therefore, it would not be surprising if Milluki is a manipulator, and like Illumi, has the ability to manipulate people or something similar, right? By the way, order stamp used by Chrollo in the battle against Hisoka is an ability which can manipulate dolls that are stamped. Chrollo himself said that this is the ability to manipulate dolls, whereas Shalnark's black voice can manipulate humans. However, since he can't manipulate humans or corpses in the Hisoka match, he used the order stamp on the spectators in the arena, who were copied by Kortopi's gallery fake ability. There are several Nen abilities that Chrollo has stolen in which we don't know their original users, and order stamp is one of them. The reason why we assume order stamp is Milluki's ability is that when Killua asked Illumi to investigate Greed Island, he found a large collection of figurines in Milluki's room. We think he sometimes uses his ability to move the dolls around and play with them. There were many small action figures, but I also remember a few life-size sexy girls. I'll leave it to your imagination what kind of games Milluki was playing with these dolls. No one else has such a large collection of dolls, which led us to believe that Milluki's ability is to manipulate dolls. Chrollo asked Illumi to assassinate the 10 Dons in the York New City arc, so we can connect Chrollo to Illumi and then Illumi to Milluki. Chrollo may have asked Milluki to borrow his ability to defeat Hisoka. Shalnark's black voice can only be controlled by the person to whom it is attached. And since there are only 2 antennas, including a spare, he can only control a maximum of 2 people at a time. Illumi may have been able to manipulate a large number of dolls, but since Hisoka is one of Illumi's clients, and since lending Chrollo his ability may have worsened the relationship between Illumi and Hisoka, it is possible to consider Milluki as a substitute for Illumi's ability. This leads us to believe that Milluki's ability is order stamp, and we wonder if this is actually true. It may seem short-sighted to say that order stamp is Milluki's ability just because he has a lot of figures, but doesn't this explanation make it more believable? What do you think Milluki's Nen ability is? Please share your thoughts in the comment section. If this theory is correct, the casual scene in Milluki's nerd room would be a spectacular foreshadowing, wouldn't it? I can only say that Togashi-sensei is very good at foreshadowing and revealing it later. 5. The brother Kalluto wants to get back. Next, let's take a short break from Milluki and take a look at the meaningful quote of his younger brother, Kalluto. Kalluto, the 5th child of the Zoldyck family, is a manipulation-type Nen user, and although it is not clear, it is hinted that he has a searching ability. He found the Nen exorcist Abengane in Greed Island to remove Kurapika's judgment chain that was on Chrollo. For this achievement, Kalluto has joined the Phantom Troop despite being a Zoldyck. In episode 229 during the Chimera Antarc, Kalluto also made an interesting statement that the reason he joined the Phantom Troop was to get his brother back. We would like to discuss who he is talking about. Kalluto's older brothers are Illumi, Milluki, Killua, and Alluka. As for Illumi, he has not left the Zoldyck family, and there has been no foreshadowing regarding him. So I would like to focus on Milluki, Killua, and Alluka. Theory number 1. Alluka's theory. In the previous video on Alluka, it was mentioned that when Zig Zoldyck went to the Dark Continent, he brought back the gaseous life form I, one of the 5 threats, to the Zoldyck family, and that it parasitized Alluka. In regards to Alluka, Killua has said that Alluka is a girl and introduced Alluka to Gon as his sister, and Alluka is treated as a girl in the series. However, Alluka is officially described as the 4th son of 5 siblings, and is considered a brother by Illumi and Milluki, except for Killua. Alluka was originally a boy, and maybe Killua's first wish to Nanika was to have a sister. This would explain the variation in Alluka's gender throughout the story, and would also explain the fact that Killua is the only one who knows of Alluka's gender. It would also explain why Killua is so familiar with Alluka's abilities, and why he is so protective of her among his family members. The Zoldyck family tree in Volume 31, Chapter 326, shows that Kalluto is jealous of Alluka. Killua does not seem to be interested in Kalluto, whereas Kalluto is portrayed as having great admiration for Killua. We suspect that Kalluto is jealous of Alluka, whom Killua loves as a sister, and wants Alluka to become a man again. And maybe the Phantom Troop has a way to get Alluka back, or maybe they think they need Chrollo's ability to get Alluka back. Theory number 2. Killua Theory. We mentioned earlier that Kalluto is in love with Killua. In Chapter 42, Kalluto was angry towards Gon and his group who came after Killua to retrieve him when Killua returned home after the hunter's exam. This could be taken as a sign that he is very possessive towards Killua, but Gon and his group is getting in the way of Kalluto having Killua all to himself. It is most likely that Kalluto joined the Phantom Troop to get stronger in order to get Killua back from Gon. Theory number 3. Milluki Theory. Milluki may also be taken into account. Milluki hardly ever leaves his room in the first place, and there seems to be nothing for Kalluto to get back. However, if Milluki's ability Order Stamp was taken away by Chrollo, it would make sense, don't you think? Maybe there are no scenes that depict Milluki using Nen abilities, not because he doesn't want to use it, but because he can't. If Order Stamp is Milluki's ability, we think that Milluki might have lent his ability to Chrollo, but in fact, Milluki may have been deprived of his ability by Chrollo long before he appeared in the story. Kalluto may have joined the Phantom Troop to get Milluki's ability back from Chrollo after he became stronger, right? To summarize the above, in the Killua theory, we think that Kalluto joined the Phantom Troop to become stronger in order to get Killua back from Gon. But if it was just to get stronger, there is no need for him to join the Phantom Troop. In Milluki's theory, there seems to be no need to join the troop if all he wants is to get Milluki's Nen ability Order Stamp back. Especially in the Zoldyck relationship chart in Volume 31, Milluki and Kalluto are not linked with a line, and Milluki does not seem to be particularly friendly with Kalluto. Personally, we think that Kalluto joined the troop to get information about Chrollo's abilities and is trying to turn Alluka, who now is a girl, back to a man. Which brother do you think Kalluto wants to get back? Let us know your guesses in the comment section. Milluki, the second son of the Zoldyck family, has been a bit of a mystery since his first appearance. Milluki has not appeared in any scenes so far, but we wonder if we will be able to see his abilities in the Dark Continent arc. We will keep an eye on it in the future. If you like Milluki more after watching this video, you are welcome to the Hunter x Hunter Institute. We will continue to deliver videos to show you how great Hunter x Hunter is, so don't forget to subscribe to our channel. That's all for this time. See you again in the next video.